is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Highlands Ranch. We're at Gelazzi, the Gelato Experience. Basically, I'm here with Jan, the owner and founder. Jan, let me ask you, you got some great treats. You're serving up people here in Highlands Ranch. Let me ask you, what got you involved in this business?
Well, I was spent a couple of years really cavorting all over Italy, getting into Italian cuisine, understanding their culture, and in the middle of that is gelato, which is when you look at kind of pan-Europe, there's about 100,000 gelato shops throughout Europe, yet there's less than 800 of them here in the United States. So it was really our belief that just given the way the gelato is made, it's literally the most flavorful frozen dessert in the world. We really felt like there was a place for it here in the United States. So we have stores here in Colorado and in Texas, and we're expanding the concept. People are starting to understand that it really is a great treat.
Fantastic. I mean, that's basically what attracted us to your place here, is because I've never seen anything quite like this. I mean, you're able to come in and get some treats, yet you've got a great atmosphere. First, let's talk about those beautiful flavors you've got. How many are we talking about?
We have 36 in the case as of this morning. The key to what we make is that we freshly prepare it each morning. So there's nothing hidden behind a wall or anything like that. You can look in our beautiful display cases and see all 36 flavors right there. We encourage you to sample any of them. We also, one of the things that's unique about gelato is as you put your cup or your cone or your dessert together, you can add different flavors. You're not just stuck with one flavor. So by the time you combine 3 or 4 really great flavors, you really have kind of your own personalized dessert on your terms.
Something that's absolutely delicious. And let me ask you, what about fat? We're talking fat-free, a couple of them?
We're talking of the 36 flavors, over 20 of them are literally completely fat-free. Gelato's, to understand gelato, you kind of have to understand what it is and what it isn't. I mean, what it is it's prepared fresh each day. It's all natural ingredients. So we're not putting any powders or artificial ingredients in there. There's not any hydrogenated oil or trans fat in there. It's a very natural product. And then the way we actually make it, the batch freezer that actually extracts the gelato itself, it pumps in far less air than you might find in ice cream or frozen yogurt. So a pint of gelato actually weighs more than a pint of ice cream and a lot more than a pint of frozen yogurt, because we don't inject all that air in there. And what that does is that combination of really natural, exotic ingredients combined with that density of the product, we then serve it to you at a little higher temperature, about 7-8 degrees versus 0, so that it doesn't freeze the taste palate. And there's no butter fat in there to really hide that taste. So when I say it's the most flavorful frozen dessert, that's why we make that statement. We literally prepare the product in such a way that that's the case. And it's 1/8 to 1/2 the calories of ice cream, and actually lower in fat and calories than frozen yogurt.
Fantastic. So you're basically consistently looking out there in Italy and bringing us great things, great taste that normally here in the States they probably don't get.
We have been to, as I like to say, every corner of the boot. So we all the way up on the Adriatic. We get strawberries from the Piedmont region. We get chocolates from Torino, from Milano. We get blood oranges from the heel. We get our dulce de leche from a little guy out of Sicily. And so, yeah, we really do. We spend a lot of time, not just in Italy, but in parts of the United States. We get our mangoes from Louisiana. We get a lot of great products. We get our peaches from California. So it's not just pure Italian. It's also, just really good ingredients wherever we can find them.
Fantastic. Not only that, but you guys have taken also happy hour here, and the same old doesn't apply here, does it?
No. So once you get past the gelato, we do serve it in a fun place. We have nice music, screaming Wi-Fi. We call our customers guests. We treat them just like the Italians do. Our core values are making people happier than they could have been. So what we've done with this gelato is we've coupled it with a lot of different things. So we stuff it in cannoli shells. We put it over hot molten chocolate cakes. We put it over fresh waffle cones. We put it inside of baked cookies. So to your point, we also have a liquor license. So we make these things called gelatinis, where we actually take the gelato and combine it with world-class liquors. For instance, our Death by Chocolate, Morte di Cioccolato, is chocolate chip gelato with 5 chocolates from all over the world. Then we add creme de coco, vodka. We add a little bit of Kahlua to that, and we shake that all up in a blender and serve it in a nice cold glass. And it's a different way to enjoy ice cream, but it is really delicious.
A tasty way to enjoy it sounds like.
Yeah, and these aren't for the meek and mild. We put about 2.5 ounces of alcohol in each of these gelatinis, so these are not kind of foo-foo ice cream drinks. These are really, really fun adult beverages.
Fantastic. And then if somebody wants to get a little bit of a caffeine jump here, what do you got for them there?
We use locally grown and organic coffee beans. We actually make our own coffee blend out of that we've customized, and it's the same drill. We take the coffee, we will spike it with different liquors. We also will take the coffee and combine it with gelato. So one of the things we like to talk about is our espressolato, where we take our little bit of espresso and our fresh gelato and combine it. And for about 250 calories, you get a frozen drink with a lot of caffeine in it that is about a third of the calories you might get in a typical Starbucks Frappuccino. So just like we do with gelato, with coffee and the other parts of our menu, we're always looking for ways to make it delicious, but at the same time, let's make it wholesome. And that's really what Americans want. When we did our own research, first and foremost, they want it to taste great, but then they want something that's wholesome. So we try to kind of adhere to both sides of that wherever we can.
Happy balance.
Yeah, it is a happy balance, and that's really what the Italians know that in many cases we as Americans haven't discovered yet. They do eat gelato a couple times a day. They do have espresso a couple times a day. They just don't put all the rest of that junk in it, right? And they appreciate the beautiful taste of it and what that does to their lifestyle without necessarily doing something that isn't good for you.
Absolutely. I'm going to jump back for a second. Let's talk about those beautiful tastes, because I started thinking in my mind, what kind of flavors? What are your favorites? What's popular out there right now?
Well, certainly the one that's won awards for us world over is our chocolate chip. It has 5 chocolates in it from the United States, Germany, Belgium, Italy, and France, and that is probably one of the most chocolatey products you could put in your mouth. We have some really great products in there right now. We just made a limoncello based on the Italian liquor, so we do that a couple ways. We serve the limoncello gelato, then we also have ice cold limoncello itself that we'll serve you in a cold cordial glass. We also have a banana we have a banana blueberry chocolate chip right now that's a really unique flavor that's really, really delicious. And then I just love all the sorbettos, the fruit flavors. The thing that people say about our gelato is we don't hide it behind powders or air or butterfat. So you get the real taste of the Tahitian lime. You get the real taste of that Italian lemon. And the flavors are not hidden, so I really love the fruit flavors. And we've done over 300 flavors since we opened, and we were just talking this morning about another 4 to 6 flavors that we're going to introduce this summer. So that's part of the fun, is that we're always taking natural ingredients, putting them into a gelato recipe, and letting people have fun with them. And the consumer kind of votes. If the guest likes them, we leave them in the case. And if they don't like them as much, then we take them out and let something else try to replace them. So that's the way
Excellent.
we do it.
So basically, I mean, somebody new coming in here, they're definitely going to find quite a few flavors to play with. But even your regulars, they probably walk in here going, what's the new flavor of the day, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty serendipitous. I think the other side of that is people need to really have these desserts made in their way. If you're lactose intolerant, we've got a soy product for you. If you're a diabetic, we've got a no sugar adder product for you. If you're on a Jenny Craig diet, we can help you count your points and get you handled. So it's not just the great taste, but it's also really thinking about our guests and really how they need to enjoy a frozen dessert. And we have a lot of regulars that frankly can't get a frozen dessert anywhere else that really fits their diet. So in addition to just making great product, it's fun to also try to make these in such a way that everybody can be included in the fun. Yeah,
absolutely. And the facility here that you've got, like you say, you've got screaming Wi-Fi going. It looks like it's a fun place to hang out, but you've also got a private room back there. Let's say somebody out there wanted to bring in a party or something like that. Do you accommodate that?
Yeah, that's precisely what that room's for. It's about an 800 square foot room. It's got a flat screen television in it, fully computer enabled. So we have people, we have teachers bring students in. We have people that are selling certain products where they're doing their little meetings there, and we have it's not so much necessarily used for little kids as much as it's used for adults to have some fun. So.
Well, adults need to have fun, and you guys have put this together in a great package. Let me ask you, obviously they can come here, like you say, put a party on here. What about somebody out and about and they want to bring your product to them? How does that work?
Yeah, we've got 2 weddings scheduled this weekend. We also are doing the Good Guys Car Show, and we're doing a variety of other events this weekend. So we're constantly taking gelato out of the place. We've got serving carts. We bring the gelato to you. We let you pick the flavors out. I was on vacation last week and had a lady email me thanking me for the wedding cake that we made for her. So we really try to go all out. And the neat thing about gelato is it is an exotic frozen dessert. So versus just serving ice cream or something like that at an event, whether you're a business or you're doing something very personal, it just makes things a little more special and shows the people on the receiving end that you're thinking about doing things for them in a little more special way. So it kind of extends the way we think about our business, allows people to kind of do the same thing with the people that they care about.
Absolutely. Well, folks, you've got it all right there. I mean, basically down here at Highlands Ranch, you can catch them. You can also catch their location there in Fort Collins. Both of the locations that are on the screen, as well as their email addresses, as far as their website. And make sure you keep connected with them. He just got done updating his Facebook, which he has to do rather often because we've got a lot going on now during the summertime. But they've got everything gelato you could possibly think of. We're talking cookies to cakes to stuffing it in here, there, wherever, and liquor included, you name it. So it's everything you could ever imagine here. You want to come in and try out these great flavors. I'll tell you what, you're going to want to come back and try it out again. Remember, it's the gelato experience here at Gelazzi. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.